If you're feeling stuck at work right now and you're unsure if you're in the right role or the right industry, or even for that matter, you're on the right career path, then let me tell you, you're not alone. There are many professionals like you who are probably in the same situation asking the similar questions. In fact, most of the professionals that I've worked with over last 30 years or I've met during any kind of a networking event or even few of them that I've even coached, they're not failing. They're just disconnected. Disconnected from their goals, from their why. Sometimes even their identity at work at large. So if you're feeling disconnected from your work and you're unsure what direction to take next, then you're not broken, let me tell you this. You're just now ready for clarity in your life. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, You with Sonia on Thinking Thursdays. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 powerful questions that have helped many professionals that I personally coached as well to reconnect with what they truly want and then take action on it. Let me tell you, these are not just theoretical questions. They're personal, they're practical, they're proven to shift your perspective and help you find your direction again. Or maybe for the first time, grab a notebook or just pause and think deeply. This could actually change the way you see your career. So let's dive in without any further ado. But before that, please hit the subscribe button if you've still not subscribed to my channel. It's a big motivator for me. Now, the first question that I want you to really seriously think about is that what does success actually look like for me? What does success look like for you? Most of us are chasing success without realizing that what this success is actually for us. Because for every individual, success is a very different meaning. But we never stop to define what it means to us. We start inheriting someone else's version of success, be it money, be it title, be it a brand name, or be it a particular salary that you want to earn when you say reach 30 or 35, or any kind of a leadership position that when you've become 40 years old or 35 or 30, you want to reach a particular designation. So what we're doing is we're following someone else's dream, someone else's version of success. But my friend, here's the truth for you. Success with no alignment will feel like failure, probably in disguise. So ask yourself here, what matters to me beyond my work metrics? Like, for example, when I think of a great work day, what makes me feel great about it? Beyond the targets that I've met or my key performance indicators or my job description. So when I think of a great work day, what does it make me feel? Or what kind of appreciation or feedback means the most to me? Is it the numbers? Is it the recognition? Is it freedom? Or is it just being trusted by your managers and your colleagues? Or still a very powerful statement, let me give it to you here. In moments when you're in doubt or you're burnout or you're stressed, and you're tired, what keeps you going on and on at work? If my salary and my title were off the table, what would still make me feel proud of the work that I'm doing? When you start looking at all these prompts that I'm giving you, the answers are there inside you. You need to find the answer to this question, that what matters to me beyond the metrics? Do I value impact? Or do I value autonomy? Or do I value balance, growth, creativity? What do you value at work? To identify your core values, you can try asking these things to yourself. When I feel frustrated at work, is it because I'm not growing? Or I'm not heard? Or I'm not free to decide or take any decision at work? And what have been the most fulfilling moments of my career so far? And why? And to spot the meaningful patterns from your past, you could probably just think of a day when you came back home and said, this is why I love my job. What happened? Think about it. Also look at, was it the people? Was it the problem that you solved? Or was it the recognition, the challenge, or something else? In which roles or moments did I feel proud of who I was as a professional? What kind of roles and what kind of problems do I love solving, even if they're very tough or even if they're very messy? So when you're looking at that, what does success actually look like for you? Ask these questions. What matters to me beyond the key metrics? Do I value autonomy, balance, growth, or creativity? and what have been the most fulfilling moments of my career so far and why. And here, list down at least 3 moments when you felt very alive at work, you felt very proud while doing something at work, or you were in a particular flow and you were enjoying yourself. What do they have in common? That's going to be your trail for the answer. Moving on to question number 2. What am I tired of tolerating? Sometimes direction is not about what you pursue or what you do. It's all about what to stop accepting. Think of this like your career detox question. Yes, I know that this sounds very negative, but it's going to be the most revealing question if you find the answer for it. So, to help you find the answer for this question, let me give you some prompts here where you can ask yourself that what are the things I silently put up with at work? Like, for example, I have to constantly clean up after others' mistakes, even though it's not my responsibility. I don't say anything because I'm seen as very reliable colleague, reliable team member. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's very exhausting for me. I feel like the safety net everyone needs, but no one thanks me for it. If this is the thing that you are silently putting up with at work, then you need to find a solution for it. So when you start asking these questions, I'm giving you these prompts so that you can do a little bit of introspection and find out where you are stuck right now and what you're going to do about it. Because this reflects the emotional labor and unspoken expectations of many professionals carry without complaining at work. Let me give you another prompt that what drains me every week, no matter how hard I try. Let me give you an example which all of us will be able to relate to. Status meetings that go nowhere. We've all been part of those meetings. Every week we spend hours in meetings that lack structure or that lack decisions. Most of the times you might be leaving those meetings feeling more confused and less motivated. No matter how much you prepare for those meetings, they are just taking away your energy. They are energy sinks. No matter what you do, they will keep you drained. This shows how poor systems or lack of purpose in daily routine tasks quietly eat away our energy and our morale. And the next prompt that I'm going to give you is, where do I feel invisible, unheard, or maybe misaligned? So, for example, in brainstorming meetings or in strategy discussions that are happening, you share your ideas that are either ignored or they are later repeated by somebody else. And suddenly everybody says, what a brilliant idea you give. And then what you do is you start holding back. Not because you don't have ideas, but because you don't feel seen or don't feel heard in the company. This highlights how lack of recognition and inclusion leads to disengagement, even among the talented and capable employees. So clarity is not just about what you want. It's about knowing what you no longer want to settle for. So find the answer to this question number 2, which is, what am I tired of tolerating? And I've given you these 3 prompts that what are the things I silently put up with at work? What drains me every week no matter how hard I try? And where do I feel invisible, unheard, or maybe misaligned? It's very important to find these answers because this will give you a lot of clarity on where you are at that particular point in your career. Where are you standing? And that will give you a sense of direction that, okay, this is the path that I really don't want to take because this is not aligned with my future career growth. And then you'll start finding answers which will actually align your career in the right direction that is going to give you purpose. And the third and final question is, what do people keep coming to me for? Sometimes your career clues are right in front of you, but you can't see them. Why do people rely on you? What is it that they rely on you for? This question will help you spot some unhidden strengths or effortless strengths that you already have. Something that you already possessed, but you never even paid attention to it. The ones that you've been actually undervaluing in your own self. Sometimes our direction is not in our job description or the job role. It's in the patterns that are coming in front of us. And if we start identifying those patterns, you will get a lot of clarity. And that's going to give you a sense of direction of where you want to go. So look at, what are people always asking you for? Are they asking you for advice? new ideas, or they're just coming to you because they're so stressed out, and by just talking to you they feel good about it, they calm down, they find some good energy within them when they're feeling so burnout, or any last minute execution which gets stuck by any of your team members, they always come up to you for that, please help me with this. Or you're very good in probably Excel, you're good in making presentations, you're good with strategy or with new ideas. So people come to you asking for something or the other, and you're just helping people left, right, center without realizing that these are your strengths that you have been undervaluing. So here, let me give you some prompts to find the answer for this question. What do your colleagues or friends always rely you on for? What do I do easily that others find it very hard to do? And where I don't struggle even when things are getting messy? I know these questions sound very simple, but let me tell you, there's going to take a lot of mind muscle to find answers for these questions. Your effortless value is often the root of your career advantage. So here, let me give you a bonus tip. Ask any 3 trusted people that you know in your neighborhood, at your workplace, in your social and your professional circle. Any 3, you can take even more than 3, but yes, if you find 3 trusted people, ask them this question. When you think of me at my best professionally at work, what do you see me doing, or what comes to your mind? Let me tell you, their answers will surprise you. Their answers will be like eye openers for you, and it will reveal what you need to lean into and explore a direction that you've been ignoring. So find an answer for this question number 3, which is, what do people keep coming to you for? And here, use prompts like, what do your colleagues or friends always rely you on for? What do I do easily that others find it hard to do? Or where do I don't struggle even when the things are very, very messy and chaotic? So don't ignore these 3 questions. They are very, very powerful questions. So here's a quick recap before I end the episode. Question number 1. What does success look like for me? Not what the world expects out of me. Question number 2. What am I tired of tolerating? The energy leaks, you have to name them. And thirdly, what do people come to me for? Your natural career clues you're going to find here. These 3 questions can actually shift you from confusion to clarity. I know this is not going to happen overnight, but it's a powerful place to start at least, especially when you're asking yourself, where do I go from here? If this episode has helped you, drop in a yes in the comments below, or better yet, share your answer to any one of the questions that I've asked in this episode, as I'd love to hear your story. And further, if you want personal support, I've opened up some free one-on-one clarity calls which you can book with me, where we can go deep into your work life and find solutions wherever you're getting stuck. To schedule a one-on-one clarity call with me, you can click on the link which is given in the description below. Time to end the episode, but before that, subscribe for more real talk, practical career wisdom. Your work deserves more than just motion. It deserves meaning. So stay curious, stay with me, and I'm going to see you in my next video.